Greetings. I just want to encourage you from the Word of God based on the core. Many people do not understand at what point they were called in life. Many people think the time they realized that they were called, or the time somebody told them that you are called, that's when they were called. But the call of God came a long way before we were even born. The call of God came a long way before God himself created the world. When we read the book of Romans chapter 8, verses 29 and 30, we'll know that God called us a long time ago. Romans chapter 8, verses 29 and 30, I read, "And for those whom he foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his Son, in order that he might be the firstborn among many brothers." 30. "And those whom he predestined, he also called. And those whom he called, he also justified. And those whom he justified, he also glorified." So here we are seeing that based on the foreknowledge of God, before even he created the world, he had the foreknowledge. He knew what was going to happen in future. He knows everything from beginning up to end. So based on that foreknowledge, God called us. And then when we were born, the call of God was upon us. When we read the book of Jeremiah, he was saying, before you were born, when you were in your mother's womb, I knew you, I called you, I ordained you to be a prophet. So the call precedes even our birth. No wonder some people, when you are growing up, when you are a boy, when you are a girl, as you are growing up, there was something that was happening upon your life to indicate that you are called, but you just didn't know that it was God speaking to you. Other people, when they were growing up, when they were still young, they would have dreams, and those dreams would come true. Other people would have visitations by angels, even by God himself, indicating that the call of God was upon their lives. But if you are called and then there was no one to remind you of your call, then you find that it takes time for you to respond to that call. No wonder it is important in life to walk or to have someone to guide you, because many people, it takes time. Other people, they realize that they are called maybe after 30 years. Other people after maybe 45 years. Other people 50 years. Other people, they even die not knowing that they were called. Other people, they are in bars drinking. Other people are in the streets doing things that they're not supposed to do because they do not know that God has called them. They are pastors, apostles, prophets, evangelists. All we need is someone to guide us that you are called. Look at the young David. He was just a boy, a shepherd, who used to tend the flock of his family. He didn't know that the call of God was upon him. He didn't know that he was called to be a king until God had to send someone to tell him that you are called. You are going to be a king. Look at the life of Samuel, a young boy. God was calling him even when he was young. And every time God would call him, he would hear the voice of Eli. And he would rush to the master. "Master, have you called me?" The master would say, "No, just go back and sleep." Because even the master did not realize that God was calling him. So even us, there are times that God has spoken to us and we have not paid attention because there was no one to tell us that the dream that you had, it was an indicator that God has called you. And we kept dreaming, having those dreams, just like that. Second time God called Samuel, he went there and said, "Master, you called me." He said, No. Go back and sleep. Because every time God would call him, he would hear the voice of his master. And sometimes that's what happens even in our dreams. When we are dreaming, we'll dream our uncles, we'll dream our pastors, we'll dream our friends, and so on. Not knowing that through those dreams, there is a message from God that is coming to us. Sometimes through situations, God speaks to us through situations, telling us that I've called you. He has delivered you from an accident. A lot of people have died, but you have survived, not knowing that that is just something to tell you that God has called you. So if you are a parent and you know that God, you understand the word of God, take good care of your children. Teach them the word of God. Let them know that they are called. Let them know that they're supposed to fear God even at a tender age. Just like David, he had to sit down Solomon and teach him the ways of life. He taught him, my child, if you are given a choice to choose between man and wisdom, go for wisdom. And that's what we should be doing to our children. I pray and believe that you've been encouraged by this teaching, short teaching. May the good Lord richly bless you. Shalom.